Hey everyone, Stephanie here. So, this is going to be a video. We're going to do a little junk journaling mixed media page layout in my composition notebook. Okay. This is a altered composition notebook that I created. Alrighty. I've done a few layouts in this book. Turned out pretty cute. So I like to do. I want to do something fun in this notebook, and I was calling it Faces and Places, but who knows? The name may change. So, in one of the last videos, I did this kind of fun, funky layout. Kind of as someone would say, kind of modern. Because there's all types of junk journaling. Now, it doesn't have to just be vintage stuff. I love the vintage. I do a lot of vintage work, especially over on my Patreon. We're doing vintage circus at the moment. All right. But I do love fun layouts like this, where it's quirky and fun and bright, and you get to use your stickers and your paper, as well as some of your mixed media, art supplies if you want. So I like to mix a lot of the elements together just to kind of create a really unique layout, really unique pages. So I believe I did a video on this. I think maybe I did this on TikTok. I don't know. But I think the last video was this one, y'all. So this is the finished. I don't know if I showed the very finished page of the last video that's up here on my channel. You can check it out. But this came out pretty cute too. Okay, I cut this out from a magazine. So you can use all types of different things in your layouts. You can use your magazine cutouts, your stickers, your ephemera, or your die cuts, or whatever you want to use, right? So I just wanted just to be fun, eclectic, and bright and pretty, right? You can also layer this with scrapbook paper and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think this was the last video I did. Okay. Now this time we're gonna work on this page. So this is gonna be super cute. It's gonna be fairly easy. Now, I think I talked about how I made this journal. It's literally just a composition notebook, and there's lots of videos on YouTube where you can watch and figure out how to make your own composition notebooks, right? Altered composition notebooks. So you add your scrapbook paper and your washi tape and yeah, like that. You glue the pages together and so on and so forth. So go watch those, put it together, and you can come back and watch this. I didn't do a video on it because I felt like it was already done, you know, because I'm not going to do anything different than they did. You know what I mean? So yeah, and that's what I did in this particular journal. I just went through and glued the edges. I put 3 pages together, then glued them together so it can have some stability, then left some open for layouts, and then glued in some other papers. You have to use your corner cutter for the pages and everything, and put some paper there. I mean, some tape, some paper, some washi tape, and so on and so forth. So I did probably half this journal. Now, once I get back here, I'll probably finish the rest. And this is a grid composition book. And then I created a pocket just in the back, just for whatever, right? So yeah. But that's what I did. And I created a pocket up here too. I think you saw this one already. Okay, so that's what I did. Now this is the pages we're gonna work on. All right, this is actually from a magazine. I tore this out from some magazine. I think it was one of those mixed media magazines. And this is like a Dina Wakley page, but I accidentally put this in upside down. Okay. So I'm going to cover this up. All right. Because after I put it down, I didn't want to take it apart and redo it. I said, I'll forget it. It's in there now. So we're going to just work with it. All right. Now, I did pull out some ephemera and some die cuts and stuff. Now, these are some just random die cuts I had. I thought this was beautiful. And I have some sentiments here I may or may not use. So I just wanted to bring out a few. I want to see what this last page said. You create yourself. Let me see. Because at the end of the day, you all, when I start flipping through this and I'm done with most of the pages, I wanted to tell a story. Okay. A personal story or something that's motivational to me. Now, when you create yours, you can do whatever it is you like, but that's kind of what I'm going for. Okay. So I like that. Shine bright, create yourself. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse my sniffling. My allergies have been raging here. So, now, I'm going to talk about this. This is actually a greeting card, y'all. I got this at Dollar Tree. I want to say it might have been around Mother's Day, I think, a while ago. And I thought the card was so pretty. And you can also use greeting cards, obviously. You can just rip them apart and just use the parts in your journal. So I love this. I thought it was so beautiful. And then I just took a marker and went around her face. And then I called myself trying to put an embellishment on this, and I took it up. So I'm going to tear this whole little flower off. because I messed it up. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, as I was saying, this is a greeting card. Okay, so we're gonna work with this and then my ephemera, and then I took out some of my sort of mixed media painty inky papers that I like to do. Now this is a mixed media page, and so I think I'm going to put it here. I like it here, and it's actually a coffee dyed sheet that I did, some mixed media spraying and painting and ink. Well, mostly I would say this is mostly like dye sprays and inks, and it has a little bit of acrylic paint on here. Okay, really beautiful. All right, so that's that. And then I had, I was going to put this on here, this butterfly. I thought it was pretty. And either one of these sentiments, I don't know yet. So this may be a fairly easy layout. So I like that. I like that too. Okay, I might ink the sides of these up just to add a little depth to it. I don't know. Be yourself. Be your best self. Now, what did this one say? It says create yourself. Okay. I don't know. Wait, this one said be someone's sunshine when their skies are gray. Okay. Alrighty. So this is obviously going to be a little bit motivational, at some point here. So I don't know. I'm gonna see how I like that. Okay. Now I have this acetate piece. This is from Vicky Booten. I bought a lot of her ephemera packs at Joann's before they closed. So she had stuff like this in the ephemera pack. It had, all kinds of ephemera and die cuts and washi tape and stuff like that. So I got some of those. Now, I said I was going to do that on this page. Okay, but I'm going to put this here on top of here. Alrighty. I like the way that looks. And I have this. This is actually a packaging. I want to say this is packaging from some pens or something I got, some markers or something. So I thought it was beautiful and I'm going to add it to the background. Okay. But I want to leave some of this writing out. So I thought this was so beautiful. So we may glue all of this down. So you could mix all these elements and have a beautiful layout here. Okay. I love that. I love that. And then I like this. Okay. And then when I take this off, I pulled out some butterflies here. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna use that butterfly. I have this one. What else? Actually, I got other embellishments over here. I'm just showing you what I may or may not use. I like this kind of. I kind of like that because it's big. So we'll see. And look, I got some glasses. I might put some glasses on it because I wear glasses. So yeah, and then let's see here. I had another mixed media page that I did some mark making on and some mixed media stuff on. So I try to mix my elements, right? Usually that's what I do for the most part. Not probably say I was probably say 85% of the time. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it doesn't call for that, but that's just kind of how I like to work. That's sort of my style. Okay. Now, if you have not worked like that, if you have some painty papers, maybe some scraps you want to use, by all means, try it. Do an audition the pages first before you glue it down and see how it looks because you may like it. Now, these are some Dollar Tree butterflies. So I pulled some of these out because I wasn't sure. Like I like that, Like I like that. I don't know. See, I like that too. But I mean, I want that big old thing on there. I might just want something like that, really cool, or something like this. That might get lost in the page, right? So I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna audition a few pieces, okay? So what I'm gonna do is just I wonder if I should tear this up. Probably not. I think I might just leave it like this. I think that's beautiful like that. Okay, so I'm gonna just glue this down, and this is the glue that I'm using. Okay, I love that. I have a lot of these mixed media type pages. I make them in batches because I use them on all kinds of things, right? So yeah, so beautiful. Now some people look at it and say it's a mess, but it's a beautiful mess because once you're done with it, it looks amazing and fabulous. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here. Now, sometimes this glue stick doesn't stick that well. So at some point, if this page starts coming up, I will just add some wet glue. Okay, because I want it to look like this. I have to make sure that it is not, I want to make sure it lays properly, Let me see here. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, hold on, y'all. My mouse is moving. I don't know why the mouse is moving. I was messing with it. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I like it because it has all the colors in it that I want to draw in there, So let's go ahead and do that. Put this down. Alrighty. I don't want to bore you with the gluing, but Some people are not familiar, so you'd be surprised because people who are just starting out may not know how to do this just because you and I know how to do it. Okay. Now this this is a die cut. Does this have a? I don't think this has a backing to it. No, I don't think. Does it? I don't know. I just always glue these things down. Oh, does it? Wait a minute. Hold on. Is it like a sticker? Is it? I never knew that. I never. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. It is. It's a sticker. Oop. I just been gluing them down. All right, so we're gonna just glue this down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little glue here. Just even though it has adhesive, I always add extra glue. Alrighty, so I love that. Okay, let's make sure the placement is where we want it. Okay, I think so. I love that. And I thought about, where's my little dragonfly? I thought about something like that, but I think that may be a little much. Or you can probably put it here and then do something like that. I think that's cute. All right. Like I love that. That's a little big. Right? Or let's not push this up a little bit, huh? Let's move it up just a little bit. Oh, okay. Move it up a little bit so we can have some room here. Possibly here so we can put our sentiment. If we decide to put a bigger sentiment on here. Okay. Yeah. I like this one too. Wait, I like this one. I kind of like that. Oh, that's so pretty. Why might I just put that there? I don't know. I really like that one. I like what it says. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just leave that there for the moment. Okay. So we'll leave that there. Now let's try to glue this down. Now I'm probably going to have to use the wet glue for this and this is the glue that I use. Okay. It holds really well. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue this down. So what I'm going to do is, because I want this glue to be spread out, I'm going to just take my finger and go around it like this, just to make sure that it's kind of spread out here, Okay, let's do that. And I think I want it like this in the middle, kind of like that. Kind of like right above the ladies there. Okay, right above the ladies. Wait, make sure that's not out of... yeah, there we go. Now I have to get a wipe. I do have glue on my hands, okay. And I'm going to wipe up some of the residue. Okay. Let me make sure. Hold on a second. Let me look at this. Oh, it's a little high over here on this side. Okay. All right, let me see here. Oh, this still looks a little high, huh? Of course it is. I did probably cut it awkwardly too, so that doesn't help. Because it was packaging, and I wanted to try to save as much of it as I could, Now this is the acetate. So what I'm going to do is just glue it like this. What I will probably do, I thought about making that like almost like a belly band almost, but I'm not going to really put anything behind here. So I'm just going to glue it at the top, you all, and then at the bottom. Well, let me see, because I know it's going to, I'm going to put something on it. So it doesn't matter, but I just don't want it because this glue, I didn't want the glue to show, but it dries clear. So, but you will see a little residue, maybe not. I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see here. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's just add it like that. Okay, I think it should dry clear. Now let me make sure. I think that looks pretty good, right? So it's a great way to utilize all of our stuff, because we have all these pieces and we're like, well, what do we do with them, And this is a great way to do that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Okay. Well, it is going to move because it's not dry, but that's okay. Alrighty. Now, before I glue this down, I want to remove this piece here. So it's probably going to destroy it, you all. It's going to destroy it. Well, maybe not. I'm going to destroy this piece. Oh, so that's not too bad. Actually, it looks pretty good. Almost kind of like without it, but I'm going to have a double-sided piece of tape. Let me find my double-sided tape. Hang on a second. Okay, so I got my double-sided tape. I get this at Dollar Tree, y'all. So if anybody wants to know, Hobby Lobby sells it at, other places sell it, but I get it at Dollar Tree because it's $1.25, and I go through it a lot, when I'm making, journals and stuff like that. Alrighty. So yeah, okay. Now let me see which one I want to do first. Like, I love that. I think that's so pretty. Right. So let me put my little piece over here. I like that. Okay. Now let me see how it's all gonna look. I put all my stuff under here. Um, or here, let's take a look. Let's take a look at these butterflies because I thought these butterflies are pretty, and they already have their little tape on the back, so I may not even need this. So let me put this back for 1 second here. Let's audition here. I like this one. Okay, I like that one. That's kind of pretty, huh? That's pretty. Is it pretty or does it blend too much? I don't know. I think it's pretty. I think it's kind of pretty. Let me see. I like it. Or should I go with a different color? Let me see here. Oh, wait. Let's try this one. Let me see. Let's see. Because it has some of those colors in there. Oh. Oh. Do we like? That's kind of pretty, huh? That's kind of pretty. I'm just looking at it in the monitor here. I'm trying to see. But see, I got a butterfly here, right? Do we need more butterflies? I put a butterfly on everything, don't I? I do. I put a butterfly on everything. Oh, don't like that color. Oh, wait. How about the dragonfly lady? How about that? That's a little big. She's a little big for this. Okay. So I think I might just go with this flower because she already has flowers on there. I think I'm going to go with the flower. So let's go ahead and put a piece of this on here. Well, I'm going to put a couple of those on here. Okay. And normally I would have my glue gun out, my hot glue gun, and I would put a little bit of hot glue on the back of this. But this wet glue will work just fine. But let me make sure it doesn't, wait, I might need one more. I might need one more piece here so it doesn't like dip. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I forgot to take the backing of it off. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hang on. Let's take the backing of this off because it is a sticker, I believe. Alrighty. So let's take the backing of this off. It's gonna take forever. me in the back of this. Let's see here. Oh wait, y'all. Okay. All right, it's coming. Hang on. I'm trying not to edit, people. Editing takes entirely too long. Okay, good. That's the backing. So we're gonna just do it like this. All right. And I am gonna put a little glue on this, believe it or not. And I'm putting this like this so I want it to be even when I set it on the thing, so it'll sit evenly and it won't dip over or whatever, So you just peel these off. Okay. Peel these off. If you can get them off. Well, this is kind of the boring part, I guess, huh? Let me see here. Hold on. I'm off camera here. 1 second. I can see it at least. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's do that. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of wet glue on here. Okay, just a little bit to add to that. Alrighty, and there we go. Okay, so I think I'm going to put it like there. I think that's so pretty. Right? So pretty. Hold on. Hang on. Oh yeah, beautiful. I love it. Okay, and I'm gonna leave the rest of it like that, and then I'm gonna glue this to the back to the top of this. Okay. So yeah. So use all of your bits, pull out everything and place it on your pages and see how it looks, because you'd be surprised how great it looks. All of the elements put together. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, so let me put some of this around here like this. How I like to do it, just to make sure it gets on the edges, because that's usually the first place it will start coming up is on the edges. Alrighty. We know this glue is expensive, so. Okay. Right. Okay. So make sure the edges are glued. Alrighty. So let's do that. All right. So hold on. Alrighty. I love that. I love it. Love it. Make sure it's like in the center of this thing here. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm looking. It looks great. Oh, I love it. Okay. So cute. So cute. We're not done yet. So hang on. Let me throw this stuff away. Alrighty. So we have that right now. I think that okay, let's look at our sentiment here. I think I'm gonna use this one. I don't think I was gonna ink it up, but I don't think it needs it actually. Be your best self. I like that one. I mean, this kind of goes better with this one because the colors match better, huh? Well, this one looks pretty good too. Slow down, you're doing fine. What's the other one here? Be the light. I like that one. I think I already used that one already. A sentiment like that. That's too small, so we won't use these two. Well, I mean, I guess you could use two, huh? But no, I only want one. Let me see. Because then I feel like if it's small, I'm gonna have to put some other stuff on it, which I could. You know, it's not a big deal, but I think I'm gonna use this one. Okay, let's just go with that one. I think it kind of, says what I wanted it to say. Okay, and these pieces actually are from these ephemera pieces are from Hobby Lobby, right? Yeah, these are the Hobby Lobby ephemera packs or whatever. So, all right. So there's that. Or if I decide to go over it with my inker, I could, but I don't know. I think it looks good the way it does. Let's make sure it's good to go how I want it. Okay, it is. Alrighty. Let's see here. Like my hands. And then we're gonna add just a few embellishments and we'll be done, y'all. I think. Now, of course, I always pull up my Ladybug dollars. These, which are these. My Jane Davenport Ladybug dollars. I'm forever using these. I love to use those. Oh, here. Wait, it's coming up. Wait a second. I mean, I should have used wet glue, huh? Wet glue. Let's see. I might use some because I use them on here and I love it. I love the way it looks. Okay, so here, hold on. Let me wipe that. Okay, so I love these little glasses. So I think I like these because they look like my glasses. So let's audition her glasses. We're gonna put some cool glasses on her. Let's just see. Look, you audition just like isn't that the cutest thing? Oh my god, it's so cute. Like we have that, and I like these too. Those are adorable, and these are cute. But I like these, so we're gonna go with these. Okay, the little glasses that we got. I'm just gonna should I? Let me see. You know what? I probably should glue them, huh? Just so they'll stay. I don't want to mess them up too much here. Just put a little tiny bit of glue on them. Okay, so hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Mess them up here. Have the residue going everywhere. Alrighty, so let's just do that. I think it's so cute. Oh my goodness. That is adorable. Wait. She needs to be over just a little bit. Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness, adorable. Now I have these. I'm trying to figure out if I need these. I don't know if I do. I have lots of embellishments, so we can put whatever on here. We can glue a flat back piece on here. I have tons of flat backs I can glue on here or whatever, but I don't know. Let me see. I was thinking these might be a little two-dimensional. I need something a little bit flatter, I think, for these. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. So pretty. Oh, here, let me wipe this up. Wipe up the little residue. Oh, so cute. So I think I'm going to do is, let me see here. Let me see how this looks. Okay, hold on. Of course, I always use that color. I have orange too. Let me see how orange looks. Orange and green. I like how colorful this is, but because that way I can use, different colors on here. So yeah, there we go. A little mixed media stuff here. Oh, so cute. Right. We just do different colors, huh? Big dots and small dots. I love that. Okay. Just to kind of tie it all together, Now you can always use, if you don't have these, obviously, you can always use paint dotters, which I have. I have some regular paint dotters too. They're in another section of this room here, but I always try to keep these kind of handy because I love using these. Look at that. So cute. Right? So pretty. Here. Okay. And then we can, of course, it looks good on this mixed media paper, obviously. Let's just do that here. I will do that. Okay. Little mixed media situation here. Oh, I love that. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay. I love it. Let me see. I feel like we need another one over there, huh? I'm gonna use a few different colors. So this one was like a pink. They have different names. I think she still sells these on her website, janedavenport.com, I believe. You know, she's in Australia, so there's that. But wait, what color is this one? This one is aqua. Let's see what this one looks like. I'm putting it on this paper this napkin in front of me because I want to just see how it looks. Oh, it's like a dark teal, which is cool because it kind of goes well with what we're doing. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, I like the different colors of that. So cute. All right. All right. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Just kind of a little. You can do a little dot or a big dot. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here. Oh. See, this is magazine paper, so it's I'm gonna have to leave it open and let it dry down, you know, because the paper is a little bit different. And yeah. Let me see. Let me see here. So I will just do a little dots here. You know, let me see how that looks. I'm gonna hold it up when I'm done here because I think that these look really good here. I just take a marker. It's another what's this? No, this is Art Alternatives. Just acrylic paint marker and go around it. Normally I would just, you know, you could do splashes, but you don't have to. You could just do marker dots. So fat, juicy marker here. You know, you just do it in places here just to kind of tie everything together. Like I said, I'm gonna have to you know, make this I'll leave this open so it can dry open. Okay. Okay. There we go. I like it. It's so pretty. All right. I love it. Oh, okay. Here. Oh, fabulous. So fabulous. Okay. So fabulous. I love that. Right. Because something like this, you don't want to use any like super wet paint or anything like that. Now, if you're inclined to, you could definitely go and use some art markers on here. The crayons. Like take the crayons and smudge it a little bit with some water. You can always do that. But I absolutely love the way this looks. Isn't this gorgeous? I love it. Okay, so before I close out, I decided to add a few gemstones just to see how they would look. Little flat back pieces, you know, that we all have laying around. So I added these two. I didn't like glue them because I just wanted to see how they looked, and I think they look amazing. So I added those in the centers of the flower, so that's good. Now, some people don't like dimensional things in their journals, and if you don't like that, then don't use it. Okay, I don't really. It doesn't bother me at all. So, you know, it's not a big deal for me. And but then also, so to add more to the mixed media ish side of it, I pulled out my Nouveau drops. Okay, these are Nouveau drops, and then these are liquid pearls. Okay, Nouveau drops you could probably find online somewhere. You can just Google it. Scrapbook.com probably has them. And liquid pearls, I don't know, probably do the same thing. Okay. I remember I got these a long time ago at Michael's. Okay. So you can always just do a Google search and see where you can find these now. Okay. Now this one is called Mermaid. So instead of using the gemstones, right? And if you have some dimensional paint, like a liquid pearls or Nouveau drops or stickles. Stickles is good too. You know, it's not my favorite out of all of them, but if that's all you have, then use that. All right. So I think I'm gonna try. I kind of want to I wanted to use this color down the center of the butterfly, but I'm kind of liking this color. So I don't know. Let's just give it a go. Let's see how it looks. I think it's gonna look really fabulous right on the side of that. Now if you do something like this, you have to let the pages dry open. Okay. Let it completely dry before you close the book. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I like that. All right. And I was going to add just a little bit here and there, you know, kind of like right there, like little, almost like little little gemstones kind of like, okay? So I put it there. Not that you could even see that, but it's there. We know it's there. Alrighty. I don't have a blue. I need a nice blue color. Alrighty. So I don't know if this needs anything, you know. I was thinking where would I add it if I were to put it someplace. So I might just put it on the pages up here, just to give it a little something going on. Right? You can always put it in on the piece itself, but I'm going to see how it looks first before I start adding that on there. So yeah, I would just put it just around, the piece here. So just kind of add a little something extra, make it look a little fun here. Okay. I think it looks really cute. All right. I may do some over here too. All right. Just to kind of just play. Sometimes I just want to play. All right. And then I pulled out this other one. Oh, this one. Now I'll normally use this one at Christmas time. That's why it's like mostly used. So this is one I use a lot on my Christmas projects. So I don't know if I want that on there. Now, what is happening with this wing here? Something's going on with this wing, y'all. Hold on a second. Something is going on with the wing. All right. All right. So there's that. All right. So, all right. Now let's see how this looks now. Okay. Isn't that pretty? So you could always use your liquid pearls or your Nuvo drops for your backgrounds. Make your little dimensional pieces. I think that looks so pretty. Actually, here, let's do this. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now, sometimes I touch it, and mess it up. So don't do that. Don't do like I do. So what I'm gonna do is just do 2 here. All right, we're gonna do 2 here. Okay. I'd like to flatten them a little bit. And then I may just do 2 here. I'm gonna do them like sideways. Just to kind of give them some. I'm gonna do this one kind of horizontal. Okay. I wonder if I should put some here. That might be a lot. Okay, well, never mind. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know if it needs any there. And I will show you what I did. Look at that. That's so cute. Now, these are going to dry down. They may flatten out a little bit, but they're going to look really, really pretty. Okay. Really pretty. So, yeah. Here, I'll just put you like here. All right, we'll just do it like that. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit more even, and you can always put some in the center of this, but you probably have to use a lot if you use the center of a flower, which is fine. I mean, this will work great in there, but I was like, I like the little gemstone there. Okay. All right, everyone. So now this really concludes the video. Okay. I just wanted to add that. I had to pause and like figure it out and look for stuff, which happens sometimes. So this is so beautiful. So I hope this inspired you to create something very eclectic and colorful and meaningful to you. Okay. With your little, all of the, supplies that you have. So this is not really technically a mixed media like I normally do, but it's pretty close. Okay. Because I did use lots of different things to create this. Okay. All right. So now, if you have any questions or comments after the video's over, leave it down below and I'll answer and get back to you. Make sure you give me a follow on my social media. I am at Stephanie G Creative on all social media platforms. All the links you need are down in the description. Come over and join the Patreon for free because I do a lot of this type of style journaling. I'm going to be doing a lot of this type of journaling going forward. Right now, we're doing Vintage Circus, and then next month it's going to be a different theme. Every month it's going to be a different theme. So you can join for free to check it out. All right. And that link will be down in the description. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.